Picture this. I'm on set with Alec Baldwin. It's October 2021, a low-budget Western called Rust. I'm the armorer responsible for the weapons. We're in New Mexico, just another dusty day, another take. Alec grabs the revolver. I swear it was cold, meaning no live rounds. But then, bang, just like that, cinematographer Helena Hutchins drops. Silence. Panic. We thought it was a misfire, but she wasn't getting up, and that's when it hit me. Something went horribly wrong. Was it negligence, sabotage, or something darker hiding behind the camera? This is just the beginning. You won't believe what came next. Follow for part 2. Things only get stranger from here. Part 2 below. Click the link to watch full part 2. So after that gun went off, everything changed in a second. People started screaming. The director was yelling for help. Helena was on the ground, eyes wide, gasping. We called 911. Joel Souza, the director, had been hit too, but Helena, she was worse. EMTs rushed her to the hospital, but she didn't make it. She died that day. The question on everyone's lips: how did a live round get into that gun? See, on a professional set, there are strict protocols. The armorer, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, was in charge of the weapons. Dave Halls, the assistant director, handed Baldwin the gun and told him it was cold. No live ammo, just dummy rounds or blanks. That's how it's supposed to go. But somehow, a real bullet ended up in that revolver. In the chaos that followed, investigators swarmed the set. They found live rounds mixed with dummy ones. Mixed. Let that sink in. That's not just careless, it's deadly. Hannah swore she checked the gun. Dave Halls later admitted he didn't. Baldwin said he never pulled the trigger, claimed the gun discharged when he pulled back the hammer. But the FBI would later test that exact Colt .45 and say otherwise. According to their report, it couldn't have fired without a trigger pull. The layers just kept unraveling. The production had been cutting corners for weeks. Crew members walked off days before the shooting, complaining about unsafe conditions, long hours, and, previous accidental discharges. And yet, here they were, still filming, still rolling, still using real guns. By early 2022, charges were being considered. Involuntary manslaughter, that's what the DA in New Mexico eventually filed against Alec Baldwin and Hannah Gutierrez Reed. The world was split. Some called it a tragic accident. Others said it was criminal negligence. Baldwin went on TV, sat down with George Stephanopoulos, and said, "I didn't pull the trigger." He looked broken, haunted, but people weren't buying it. And then twist. In April 2023, the charges against Baldwin were dropped. For a while, prosecutors said new evidence needed reviewing. Meanwhile, Hannah's trial moved forward. Prosecutors painted a picture of recklessness, said she failed to follow basic safety protocols. Her defense? She was overworked, undertrained. She said someone might have sabotaged the rounds, that someone wanted to shut the movie down. But the jury didn't buy it. In March 2024, she was convicted of involuntary manslaughter and sentenced to 18 months in prison. But Baldwin? Fast forward to January 2024, he was charged again. Same charge, involuntary manslaughter. This time, the prosecution argued that as a producer and the one holding the gun, he bore responsibility, not just as an actor, but as a leader on set. His trial is now set for July 2025, and the worst part, this didn't have to happen. A young mother, a rising cinematographer, gone. Because safety measures weren't followed, because people got complacent, because maybe someone thought they could cut costs and cut corners. But real bullets don't care about budgets. Now Baldwin's freedom hangs in the balance. The industry's under a microscope. And Helena's family? Still grieving. Still asking why. What happens at Baldwin's trial could reshape Hollywood forever. Will he walk free or finally be held accountable? We'll find out soon enough. Subscribe for part 3, the trial, the fallout, and the future of guns in Hollywood.